This is not a kid-friendly show.
Yo, what's really good, my dudes? Today is September 5th, 2016, and we got a new RuneScape update. So I talked about this last week's video, but today we got more additions to the Invention skill. We got 4 new perks with 2 new components to make them, and Augmentable Pickaxes. The 4 new perks are Enhanced Efficiency, Enhanced Devotion, Crystal Shield, and Flanking. You can get them from Faceted and Clockwork components, which you can receive from cut gems or crystal equipment, and from Clockwork items and toys respectively. Enhanced Efficiency is a better version of the Efficiency perk. It has a 9% charge reduction cost per rank instead of 6% from the original. Enhanced Devotion, as you would have guessed, is a better version of the Devoted perk. It has a 4.5% chance per rank to proc instead of a 3% from the original. Also, both versions now block damage on the hit that procs them, allowing for 2 hits to be blocked. This makes it a viable option for niche tank roles, but Impatient combined with Devoted is still a better overall option. Crystal Shield has 10% chance to activate and will collect damage you receive for the next 10 seconds at 5% per rank. Then for the next 30 seconds, damage will be blocked up until the total damage collected is dealt to you. So essentially, the damage collected in the first 10 seconds will act as life points for the next 30. It's actually a pretty good defensive perk. Finally, we have the last perk, Flanking. This ability removes stun from stun abilities, but adds 40% per rank more damage to stun abilities and 15% per rank to threshold stuns while your target isn't facing you. This only affects main, basic, and threshold stun abilities like Impact and Deep Impact, not channeled ones like Destroy and Asphyxiate. This is a very powerful niche perk that in theory will out DPS the Aftershock perk if used as intended. However, Aftershock is still the better overall option. We also have Augmented Pickaxes with this update. You can augment your Dragon, Crystal, and Incando pickaxes. They will work in the same vein as the augmentable hatchets, having no pickaxe-o-matic, and will utilize tool perks. So, if you're bored with Invention, here's a new way to train the skill. And that's all you need to know for this week's main game update. Now let's move on to this week's patch notes. Honestly, there's not a whole lot of major ones, but I'll just quickly, as I normally do, jot down the most important ones. So the untradeable versions of springs you would get from the treasure map event have been renamed Tight Springs and have their icons altered to differentiate from the normal ones. Aggression and camouflage potions no longer lose their effect after logging out. If you've completed the elite wilderness tasks and you're on a free world, teleporting to the wilderness volcano will no longer attempt to quick tele. It's no longer possible to skull on players that you cannot attack. Various XP buffs like Refer a Friend have been corrected and now stack as intended, so anybody who's been worrying about that recently, it's now been fixed. And finally, disassembling and siphoning items will now count towards Invention Harmony pillars, and they cap at 50k XP per action. Anyways, that's it for this week's patch notes and this week's update. If you liked the video, why don't you give it a like? If you like me, why not subscribe? By the way, I did start a series involving the Idle Adventures minigame. I'm already like 12 episodes in, but I've only uploaded like the first 4 or so. Right now we're on episode 2 if you go back on my channel and check. If you're interested in it, might be something you might want to watch. Check it out if you want. If not, that's okay. Anyways, I will catch you guys next week with another game update. So I'm out. Peace.